Bakersfield history up for grabs in the Northeast after Merle Haggard's home in the 1960s now hits the market.
23 ABC's Brandon Johansson joins us live outside of Haggard's former home, which has been getting a lot of attention. Brandon?
Indeed it has, guys. Now, the Haggards aren't actually the ones selling this home. They moved out a long time ago. But as soon as the realtor found out that Merle Haggard and his family lived in this home just behind me in the late 60s, that, of course, became a pretty big selling point. If you don't believe me, take a look at this flyer. The flyer, very normal on the front, but on the back, that's actually the old deed with Merle Haggard's name on it.
Come on. This was 50 years ago. This was probably a real tiny tree.
Tuesday morning brought memories.
Wow.
Like a flood for Raymond McDonald.
Oh, man. But, you know, this is really weird for me. Because, come on, it's been 50 years, man.
50 years since he was last here, at a home on Brayburn Drive in Northeast Bakersfield that now has a for sale sign out front. And the 5-bed, 3-bath home has a pretty unique selling point.
And to most of the people that come here, that's been the draw in the last couple of weeks, is Merle Haggard's house.
The House of the Hag. You've probably heard about the famous boxcar that Merle Haggard grew up in Oildale, but he moved here with his family in the late 1960s.
I think the main reason he bought it was for his children and his mother, because they had to live in poverty down there in Oildale on Yosemite their whole life.
He only lived here a few years, but a lot happened in that time. For example, his Christmas album cover was photographed on the fireplace that's still in the house, but it was also a key time in the Haggard family.
It was just like being dropped into another planet.
After divorcing from his first wife, the Brayburn home represented a new start for the Haggard family. The first time he and his kids were all together under the same roof.
Everything changed, and it was wonderful, and we were a family again.
And for McDonald, who was practically family, the house was a stage for at least one day.
And I walked in the door, and he was right there, and Bonnie was right there, and he goes, "I wrote a song."
Arguably Haggard's most famous song, getting one of its first performances right here.
And right there, I think there was a bench or something right in here, maybe there. And he said, "I'm going to sing it for you." And he sang me Okie from Muskogee. And I was stunned.
So now a piece of Bakersfield history is up for grabs. But no matter what happens to the home, the memories made aren't going anywhere.
And I always told him, you know, you're the nicest guy I've ever met. You're the kindest man I've ever met. You're also the honoriest. And he would just smile, because he knew it.
We do want to send a special thank you to Merle's daughter, Kelly, who you heard on the phone there. She actually called us from up in Reading. She had to be evacuated from her home due to the car fire, but we are happy to report tonight her home is safe and she is back there tonight. Now, meanwhile, at this home, lots of attention. As we said, people all the way from Texas are calling about this house. There's an open house scheduled for this Sunday from 11 to 1. For now in Northeast Bakersfield, Brandon Johansson, 23 ABC News.